wrapping it up here.
Well, you can give Louisiana Tech credit. They showed up second night. And, that first 8 or 10 minutes definitely had a better mental preparation and not able to get our guys to prep at. And, I know it's a 40-minute game, but we dug ourselves such a hole at first 10 or 12 minutes. I'm not for sure exactly what it was. I just know we got down 20 or 21. And from that point on, I felt like there was some different urgency with us. But you just have to expend so much energy on a second night when you're down that far to get back in it. And we had our chances. We came out second half and probably got it to 6 pretty quick first time out probably. Then we had some empty possessions and still had a chance at the end. I know that ball fell right in Davy's hand. Had a chance to kind of make a little layup over there, and he couldn't get it to go. But our guys fought back. But again, you just got to be able to find that edge on the second night. They all count as one win. They all count as one losses. Again, like I said, I don't buy into all this stuff. These 2 games and same opponent. I just don't buy into it. They keep score. They throw the ball up. You got to get yourself mentally ready to play. And trust me, we as coaches, we talk about a lot of different things to try to do things different, to try to, change things. Again, this is new for players and coaches. But again, to me, it's still you throw up the ball, you keep score, you got to be ready to play. And it's very obvious we didn't have that edge at first 10, 12 minutes.
Coach Jared with the Daily News. I know you mentioned that edge a lot in that first stretch. They scored 20 unanswered points. Physically, though, you guys couldn't get a shot to fall, and it seemed like everything was going right for them offensively. Physically, what did you see during that stretch that led to that?
Well, I saw some early shots by us. I told Charles, I know he had 9 shots the first half, and probably 5 of them were, some jump shots. 3 or 4 of them was those kind of 15, 18-foot shots. Wasn't even a 3, which is a difficult shot. And sometimes, a bad shot, it can lead to bad transition balance. Charles got all the freedom in the world to, shoot those 3s. And it's good to see him have a little confidence, step up and make them because he can make them. But certain opponents, certain games, certain situations, you can't fall in love with any of it. Like I said, without watching the tape, I just know early in that game, there was 3 or 4 of them that he had that we didn't get a chance to get fouled on. We didn't get a chance to tack the basket on. And that led, like I said, to some bad defensive, balance a little bit. And again, they scored early. We had a hard time keeping that ball in that paint. They drove it in there. I know they got 40 paint points. They didn't throw it all in there every time. They drove it in there about half of those times. And again, they're good. They got a great ability to do it, but it all comes from that mental edge. And it's amazing how you're down 20, you still can find that edge and get yourself back in it. You just can't dig a hole like that.
Coach, when you did find yourself down 20, you called that second timeout. What was your message in that timeout and going into halftime as well?
Well, it was a new game at halftime, the way I felt. We were fortunate to be back to 14. 40 minutes is a long game. 20 minutes ago, the rest of the game is very obvious. We came out the second half and, had that edge and got it going early. During that timeout, I can't remember exactly what was said. It's very obvious that somewhere along the way, some urgency's got to kick in. It's got to kick in and probably kicked in about that time because we cut it to 14 at halftime.
Coach Jared with the Daily News, you outscore them 34-25 in the second half, but Charles only takes 2 shots, both of them 3-pointers. Without getting him some of those shots down low, what did you see as the biggest kind of factor in that tonight in the second half?
Well, sometimes when you're fighting back and getting down, we were attacking that basket, playing a little more freedom, trying to get some chaos in transition a little bit to get back in that thing. Charles, I know he had probably 2 threes in that little stretch right there. You know, I don't remember exactly all those situations right now, but I know we got into bonus. We're trying to attack that rim in there, and they did a good job. They kept Gordon on him a bunch now, too. And he's a load. Every time they put Stokes, we try to throw it in a couple different times, but you got to be able to pass that basketball. And sometimes they pack that thing in there so hard that they were more cautious tonight around everybody, helping off in there on Charles. They wasn't going to let him have that night he had last night inside. So when you do that, you got to make some shots. You know, Luke had a rough night, 1 for 7, 3-point line. Rawls 1 for 2. Tay, they backed off Tay some. He made 3 tonight, but they didn't give us the looks in there to him that he had last night.
Coach, this is Nick Geezer from the College Heights Herald. You just
Yep.
mentioned Luke having a 1-7 night. So I was just sitting out here watching him shoot around. So what kind of testament does that have for a player like him who's going to put in that work?
Now, shooters, man, just keep shooting. We got 100% confidence in Luke. He's a guy can miss 7 in a row and go make 5 or 6 in a row. So I don't even look at it that way with him. He probably feels bad. And he had some pretty good looks over there too. There was 2 or 3 looks in a row, it's like offensive rebounds he had. But he's going to make a lot more of those that he'll miss. And we have total confidence in Luke.
La Tech only had one player play over 30 minutes, and WKU had, I think, all starting 5. So do you think fatigue has played a factor in these game 2 of the past couple series?
I don't think so. You got to find a way to push through it. Again, they don't score but 25 points the second half. That's all they get. You just can't be down, 14 that stretch to fight back. Now, it's very obvious when you're down, you got to fight back. You lose some energy. I mean, you on a second night. That wasn't the first night. It takes a lot of energy to fight yourself out of that hole. We had some guys that were tired. I went with some veterans out there. I know Tay 35 minutes, Josh 31, Bassey 31, and McKnight 32. So there's 4 guys played 30 plus minutes.
Coach Jared with the Daily News. You said yesterday Kenny not playing was a coach's decision. Was that the case again tonight? And I know it's early, 6 days out, but do you anticipate him, playing in the future in the next game?
Well, it's coach's decisions tonight, if that's for sure. And we'll see how it goes this week, and we'll make a decision for next Friday's game. For next Friday's game, yes, sir.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
Thank you,
all.
guys. Thank you.